No, let's focus on you. You want a back rub?
Bad, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet he's bad.
Probably like wheezes.
Dude, he's probably just...
Because he doesn't cuss, so he's like, oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is great.
Wow. Wow. I just can't imagine. She's got to be going back to Future when he's on the road, on his seminars.
Even when he's on top, she closes her eyes.
Yeah, just thinking of Future.
Kind of Future.
She calls him Future on. Oh, I just met our Future.
Future Super Bowl champion.
Yeah. After one of his 2-minute drives with Sierra, is just
2-minute drive.
you know, I just wasn't prepared this week. We didn't prepare as well as we should have. But Pete's my guy. Okay, week 12, working our way. I guess we should kick everything off with Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Good?
It was good.
My Thanksgiving fucking sucked for as I have here, the 4th time in 5 years, the 7th time in 10 years. It has sucked. I really hate that they play. It's such a cool thing. It's like a cool thing that the Cowboys get to play on Thanksgiving. And it is cool every year because you wake up. It's a game day. It's a holiday and a game day. That's fucking awesome. Until the game starts and then they lose to a rookie RG3 when they're favored. They lost to Chip Kelly and Mark Sanchez. Had a Tony Romo 3 interception game on his first game back from a broken collarbone, ready to make our playoff run just to break his collarbone again to start the third quarter. That was awesome.
Who else did they lose to on Thanksgiving?
The Chargers fucked us. Cole Beasley had his revenge game against us with the Bills 2 years ago. I had to watch Andy Dalton on Thanksgiving last year. And then now I have to watch Deshaun Jackson score another touchdown against us. He just absolutely just pieces us every single time, whether he's on the Eagles, the Washington, the Bucks, wherever he is, he's going to just destroy us. I saw he's tied for now the most 50-plus yard touchdowns in Cowboy Stadium since it opened.
Oh my God.
With Amari and Dez. He's had literally as many as them. Oh, dude, I tried to like black out that game in my head, but all I remember is penalty, 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 penalty. We had the most penalty yards in our team history since like 70, 71. Anthony Brown seemed like he had all of them. A couple debatable ones, but the Raiders had a couple horrible calls too. The refs just were... I hate when I see the refs more than I see certain players in games. Yeah. Didn't have DeMarcus Lawrence, still don't have Randy Gregory. So again, not hitting a panic button. We didn't have our 2 best pass rushers and our 2 best receivers. I don't know, the last couple of weeks, we just haven't been running the ball. We abandoned the run. I mean, I don't know. I can get into the nitty gritty shit here, but I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to come onto this pod at the end of the season. Like, we might have to take a week off.
Even this week, I would have been fine taking off. Fuck, dude.
I didn't really catch much of that game. Doesn't sound like Herbert played very well.
No, not necessarily.
Why is he throwing the ball 100 miles an hour every single time?
I just think I don't know. I just think he gets fucking excited. And he has no fucking time either. This is one of those rookie year games where Matt Filer, our left guard, was out. I was looking for him all game. Maybe I missed him at some points because I was up and down. I'm not going to watch this shit straight. So maybe he had a drive or two, but nothing that I saw in it. I just don't understand why. Like, we're in a position right now where... You missed
drives?
I missed drives during the game?
Yeah.
Oh, towards the end when it was getting egregious? Fuck yes. Like, go grab a beer, take a piss, take a breather. You can't watch you can't watch the Chargers for 60 minutes straight, dude.
Dude, when we played the Broncos,
you watched every second of it
until literally it got so bad they took it off the channel.
Yeah.
And then I was pissed. I was like, "Oh, come on. I got to lick my wounds here. I got to take this in."
There's just no, I'm usually decent about it, but there's sometimes where I got to I got to take the dog outside. I got to calm down. I think the problem is we're not... The D-line is terrible. Our secondary is awful. And if we had a better D-line, I really think that would just getting in the quarterback's face, creating pressure with the front 4.
Yeah, if you have a bad secondary and you at least have a pass rush, it at least helps those guys out.
Uncomfortable, but
yeah, because they have to get rid of the ball quick and whatnot, and you can get some coverage sacks. But
we need another free agency. I've said it before. We're just not quite there. I mean, it's promising and we could sneak into the playoffs, but dude, we need some serious help. Staley wants to be a line of scrimmage team. He wants everything to happen right there. Well, you got to fix your fucking O-line and your D-line. You're not just going to be a line of scrimmage team with scrubs.
I hate Mike McCarthy so much. I was ready to move on, but I just have to get it out there. I watch every time they shoot to the sideline. I swear it's just a freeze frame of him. It's the same goddamn look every time. Like, yeah, literally just confused. The first non-Charger Cowboy game I guess I want to talk about is, well, we should talk about the Patriots first. The best team in the AFC? Best team in the AFC right now.
It's pretty hard to dispute.
We've won 6 in a row. Would be 8 in a row if it wasn't for the Cowboys.
Here's a good question then, if you want to say that. What team do you think could beat them in this AFC? What, Kansas?
That was weird. Called them Kansas
City.
I know.
Fuck them.
I would say Kansas City because they have, and it's Mahomes, and still probably the scariest team in the playoffs. If they get the 1 seed and everyone has to go into New England,
it's just like how it's been, dude. You never want to go to New England.
You've got Mac, who is a rookie, but I have here he's had 30 plus attempts and a 70 plus % completion percentage 5 times, which is the most ever by a rookie ever.
And he's had 10 games with a 65% completion percentage this season, which is more than any other quarterback. 10 games with it.
So I don't know if they have really the weapons still come playoff time. But in playoff time, it's a lot of short, take what the defense gives you, run the ball, run your play action, use your tight ends, and they have play action, they have running game, and they have tight ends. And a defense that is just, with J.C. Jackson, who we just read, is just dominating 2 years in a row with 7 or more interceptions, first player in Patriots history. They still have to play the Bills twice, so the AFC East is still up for grabs. It'll be weird if they just go from a 1 seed to like a 5 seed, just like that. But, man, I don't see a team beating them right now. They're on a roll. Maybe it's too hot too early, but
as of right now, it's hard to say otherwise.
The Bills looked really good on Thanksgiving, though, again.
Mm-hmm.
They looked like that was maybe a win that could get them back on track.
I don't know. It's the same. Did you see that they're starting? I mean, we can talk about it for next week, too, but he's getting first-team reps.
Save it.
Oh, let's fucking talk about it, man.
I'm terrified. Bucs-Colts, the Patriot in Tampa Bay, Tom Brady. This was a really interesting game because after the Colts beat the shit out of the Bills last week, we were wondering, like, okay, like, they're on a roll. Are they really going to be, like, an AFC contender?
Within 7 points. Come on.
Within 7 points for majority of the first half, or for all of the first half, really, and then into the third quarter, they were winning.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz looked great. But the reason the Bucs won is because how we feel about the Colts in general. We love the team, but we just can't get all the way there with Carson. And he throws a couple picks. One of them, you said, not really his fault. Fournette, 4 touchdowns. Impressed by both teams. The Bucs looked like the Bucs that we think. But the defense, though, for the Bucs, the injuries are piling up to an absurd level. Their secondary is brutal.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that secondary could win you a Super Bowl. I mean, that front seven's still going to work, and they're still going to do what they do in a Super Bowl setting or in a playoff setting, but you're relying on backup. I mean, look at the Chiefs with their 2 backup tackles. I don't know. You got to have your starters in.
And in the first half, and really most of the entire game, Jonathan Taylor did absolutely nothing, and they were still in a game, winning the game a lot of the time. So what's crazy is they go all the way from, I think, being a 5 seed to now losing that game, they're a 10 seed. So that's how quickly and how rapidly all of this is going to change here over this last 6 weeks. But I'm a big Colts believer, man, in terms of being a team in the playoffs. I think they will make the playoffs, is how I should put it. The Bucs, of course, will make the playoffs, but we said, do we have any idea of playoff picture or whatever? We've kind of been saying by default, if we were in the playoffs, going into the playoffs today, we would take the Bucs. I'm going to put them number 2 now, because give me the bad man.
Yeah.
The immunized man. Aaron Rodgers. They come out of that Rams game now 9-0 when they get 1 takeaway. This is a defense that still doesn't have Zadarius Smith, still doesn't have Jair Alexander, which they're expected to get back after their bye. They're going into a bye, so now they have this bye in week 13 that they're going to be able to rest up dudes for this home stretch. They're in a division that they're going to win with ease, probably going to clinch it in like 2 weeks. The Rams are 0-4 when giving up 25 or more points. So that was a game that I came out of with 2 drastically different looks at both teams. The Packers, I look as the favorite in the NFC right now. This toe injury thing is weird, and it's something that we'll have to pay attention to. But the Rams, I do not like. I don't know what it is. Everyone's telling me Stafford's hurt, and that's part of his thing. Regardless, what did we see? What was that stat that we just read? He's 0-17 in his career, and albeit I know on the Lions, 0-17 against teams with a record 5 games or more over 500.
So really good teams, you just can't put them away.
And again, Lions, I get it, but now you're throwing Odell in there in week 12. Like, it just looks like a locker room. We say you want to be around Thanksgiving, coming together, finding your formula, your identity that then you're going to be able to really build on in December to get into January. I don't see a formula. What's the formula?
Win now.
How?
Exactly. I don't like it.
I don't like the defense. The defense gives up a lot of points. They've given up, like I said, if they give up 25 or more, they don't win. They don't have a running game.
No.
And after Cooper Kupp, it's receivers, because Robert Woods going down ended up being big.
Oh, yeah. Everyone thought Odell would just pop in the lineup. Oh, wow, it's Odell from...
And now he's hurt. He's grabbing his back, clutching on his back a bunch. Like, I don't know. I for sure will take the Cardinals in that division, 100%.
Yeah.
And the Rams, let's just say the Cowboys, when they hold on to their division, will most likely be a 4 seed. I'm not as terrified of the Rams coming into Dallas as I was, say, 3 weeks ago, before the Titans game.
That's understandable.
So yeah, that was a big game. The other NFC game, also Mason Crosby sucks. He sucks now. Yeah. So if you do want to talk about something that's going to cost in the playoffs, there's a couple kickers that are going around right now. The kicking this year has been brutal. Brutal. Vikings-Niners. That was an interesting game. 49ers have scored 30 or more in 3 straight games, including the Rams, beating a good Vikings team. They're looking kind of dominant, man.
They have a little formula that works for them, for sure.
Yeah, if you're talking about an identity that going into the last month is one that you know, like Deebo Samuel, which I guess him and Fred Warner are out for, they say, 1 to 2 weeks. But Deebo is a weapon, like top 5 weapon in terms of someone you can use. You have a top 5 tight end. You can still run the ball with Elijah Mitchell. Jimmy G, he's done it before. That's all you know. Is it still nerve-wracking sometimes? Do we think he's an elite quarterback? No. But is he one that you can put into a system that works and can manage it and take you there? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So where do you see the 49ers in this whole grand picture right now?
I think they're gonna get in with like a 6 or 7 seed if they keep this up and if there's no more injuries.
So 6 or 7 means they're playing most likely either like a Bucks team or a Cardinals team or a Packer team.
That would be a tough game. I would like to see them.
But Niners-Packers, we've seen that dance before.
Niners-Packers. Ooh, that would be a good game, but I think what would be better is them playing the Cardinals because that's a divisional game too.
Oh man, and those would be gross, tight too.
Dude. That could definitely go their way.
I could really see them upsetting a team in the wild card round.
Gets hurt again because he's not fully 100% there, but he feels like he needs to come back for these last 5 weeks or what their bye is this week.
Yeah, he should be back next week.
Yeah, so he has the rest of the season, but who's to say he's not coming back 85%, 70%?
Man, dude, I wasn't even really coming into like recording this with this thought about the Niners, but the more that I look at them, oh man, and then we go to the other side of the ball. Talk about a fan base that needs an entire suicide watch put over them. The Vikings have led by 7 or more in every single game this year. They've lost every time by less than 7 points, and 10 out of the 11 games have been 1-score games.
Heartbreakers every time.
Heartbreakers, and yes, they could sneak in, but I mean, you talk about we always come back to Kirk. We don't like Kirk, especially in a big moment.
Lined up behind his guard.
That was so bad. Oh my god, that was so
backup running back is fixing him.
Yeah, and they had to blow a timeout because of it. That was bad. But it's more than that. It's Dalvin Cook now tearing his labrum, separating his shoulder. He's out, even though it looks like Madison is better than him a lot of times when he comes in. Mike Zimmer's got some 20. Have you seen Mike Zimmer's girlfriend?
Oh, no.
Look it up right now. She's a smoke show.
Oh, no way. Oh.
Yeah. I'll flash it so you guys are in the conversation.
No
smoke
way.
Mike Zimmer.
Money talks.
Yeah, you'd think that was Justin Jefferson's girl,
dude.
What? Like, but that she why Mike? It's not like that girl couldn't find some other guy with money. She's got 53 other of them right there, ready to.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? That's probably the brightest spot on the whole team.
Yeah, that's why they're not winning games. That is
he's distracted.
Natural. No, that's just a natural, universal imbalance. It just shakes everything off a little bit, man. The Earth's tilt is just a little crooked, you know, and that's not right.
Good for Mike.
Yeah, man. Good for Mike.
We thought we have, I believe, our week 2 episode or week 3 is R.I.P. to Big Ben. And then we saw a little bit of a
resurgence, so to speak.
A resurgence. It was like he had died, and they did that fucking, you know, where they shock him back.
The defibrillator.
Yeah. And they brought him back, and he was doing all right for a month. When he wasn't throwing a pick, when he didn't throw a pick, they were like 4-1, and it was okay. And now the last 2 weeks, their defense has not been great. Not been great is an understatement. It's been horrible.
They haven't been very healthy.
Haven't been healthy. They did have TJ and Minka back this week, though, and they just, linebackers not playing well. A lot of stuff not going well. And then Big Ben this week gets laid to rest. This has got to be it, though.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. If he plays next season, we got to have some crazy fucking bet or something. Just something, another ass tat on the line or something. That's how confident I am he wouldn't play next season. No way.
That was just an absolute romping the Bengals put down, and I guess it puts the Bengals back into the conversation. They've scored 30+ in 5 out of their last 6 games. So, and have a good defense. It struggled a couple weeks, but they have got good players, and corners are playing well. We're big Jesse Bates fans. Hendrickson up front.
Their D-line's pretty great.
Very good. As of right now, the Bengals are a 5 seed because I guess, they got the Ravens, unfortunately.
They're the 5 seed.
So they're going to be going against a Chiefs team, a Titans. If they can end up getting the Titans in round 1, I like that a lot.
Yeah. They just put up
what a
points,
battle for that 5 seed is going to be between either Patriots, Bills, or Ravens, Bengals. Because the Browns, we have to say, I guess we didn't jot down anything about the Browns-Ravens game.
So ugly, dude.
Really ugly. I liked it, though. It was kind of fun. Sometimes I like seeing those shit show games when it's like defense is playing really well and it's still 1 score and it's just like, who's going to not fuck up first? Lamar throws pick. I'll tell you what, Baker is kind of like winning me over these last couple weeks.
Really?
Just because he's so hurt, probably needs 4 separate surgeries. Chest, shoulder, he's got a knee injury and an ankle injury, and he's out there.
He's
battling, and then I'm watching receivers drop balls, and I'm watching him not get any help. They're not able to run the ball, and he's just laying that back, and he's taking hits. And there is some type of and he walked off. They pulled off the win last week, and he just walked off, didn't shake hands with anybody, just walked off, just pissed because he said, "Yeah, we won, but I did a lot to try to make that not happen, and I didn't, and I owe it more to these guys." It sounds like he's kind of growing up a bit, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it's so easy to put these labels on these guys when they come straight out of college, but if you put yourself in their shoes, you're going on to a college campus as the star quarterback, and everything goes well, and now you win a Heisman. It's easy. It would be easy to kind of fall into that trap. And then he kind of took the lumps for a couple of years, and it seems to beat him up. And he was going into the Browns, the most dysfunctional organization over the last 20 years in the league. So here's my thing. Here's my conspiracy theory. I had kind of been saying for a long time throughout this season, I'm very interested in how they are going to handle his contract situation because he's the number 1 pick. They were really good last year. They won a playoff game. They were expected coming into this year to be a 13-4 type team battling for a 1 seed, everyone thought. So it usually goes in line. If you're that good of a team with a number 1 pick, he's going to get a contract extension of $40 million, $45 million or whatnot. But it's clear to me, clear to you, clear to anybody whose last name is not Mayfield that he's not worth that.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I think he knows his value, though.
So is he playing through these injuries to kind of circumvent that? To say, well, I was playing hurt. I was playing hurt. We were rolling. We were running the ball. Our play action game was beautiful. We were winning games. We just won a playoff game last year. Is he doing this to try to play through? Because the way he was playing before hurt, if he just sits out and all you're looking at is the tape of what I remember reading a report, not just even a week ago, that it was the Browns are going to really think about his future after this season because everybody again sees it and knows it's not it.
Maybe you give him 2 years, 20-something million, pay him
He's not going to take that, though. But what's he going to get on the open market?
That's what I'm saying. And, like, I'm not a pro athlete, so I have no clue how that, like, business world works. But, like, why not take, like, and maybe like I said, I don't know the sports world. I don't know, like, the management world like that. But, like, why not take a contract like that where you are making good money and you prove it? And then you can sign a big one. And it's 2 years, play good for 2 years. But you could get hurt and ruin your career. And that's it, So I don't know. I'm not an athlete like that.
It's working on me. Like, I'm as big a fan of Baker today than I have been.
You were
literally
not high
years
on Baker at all.
No, and I'm still not high on him, no. But now I'm like rooting for him, and now I'm a fan. And if you get the fans on your side and the narrative is on your side, it becomes a lot harder for a team to let you just walk. I see that in the NBA all the time.
What are they gonna do if they don't re-sign him?
Well, you just go back to the well, draft, trade up if you like a QB, get one in the middle of the round.
And they're back in the carousel though.
True, but maybe a team is or a quarterback is a lot more likely to come there now that they have. I mean, all of those years they didn't have a quarterback, they didn't have a roster like they have now, and an organization that seems to know what they're doing, and a coach that people like. So interesting though. Let's take a look real quick at the playoff picture in the AFC. I'm looking at it now, and it's still just. I mean, after the Ravens at 8-3, the difference in losses between the 2 and the 3, 4, 5, 11, 12th seed, if you want to count the tie that the Steelers have, is 2 losses. So we have, let's just go through the wild card again. Bengals, Bills, Chargers. Bengals, Bills, both 7-4. We agree that one of the AFC North and then AFC East probably gets 5-6.
Yeah, I don't think that's far-fetched.
That's probably pretty clear. The only one that might fall out, man, we have 2 Patriots-Bills games in the next month. 5 weeks, 6 weeks, or whatever. So technically, I don't know. If one of those teams loses both of those and flops another game, luckily they both get to play the Dolphins and Jets again. So there's 2 wins. For the 6th seed, or 7th seed, you guys are still there. Now tied with the Broncos, the Raiders, half a game ahead of the Colts, half a game ahead of the Browns. Between Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, Colts, Browns, who do you like right now?
I cannot see the Broncos. I'm eliminating the Broncos out of this for sure. They beat us, but I don't know.
Beat both of us.
They did beat both of us.
The Broncos own cover 2.
Do you see them? Yeah, they do. Fuck. Do you see them? Like, I don't see them in that way. I just think they're going to fall apart. No. I think it's going to come down to the Colts, man. I think the Colts are going to get in. I really do. I think the Colts can get in. Could get in, man. But I
don't see the
also
Browns.
See them kind of crumbling, and the Baker's too hurt. This year's kind of a wash with that roster right now. It's unfortunate, but
I really see it between the Colts. I think I gotta watch you guys more closely over the next week and the week after, because I still like the team. Like, if you're just talking about dudes, how many dudes do we have? You've got 1, you've got 2, you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6. At least 6. On defense, you still have Derwin James. You still have Bosa. Is that probably... Oh, I still like Kenneth Murray, too. I don't know really how he's been playing game to game, but...
Yes.
But how many dudes do the...
Colts, if we had a killer D-line, dude, like some killers on that line, big boys that can get pressure, Kenneth Murray would be a top 5 linebacker, dude. He'd be so good.
And now the Cardinals... Let's just assume Cardinals win that division. Packers, Bucks, Cowboys. We're still pretty confident those 4 teams are winning those divisions. Actually, extremely. The Cowboys are even the closest one to not winning that division, probably. And that's still probably pretty easy. Got Rams, got Niners. Niners are all of a sudden 1 game behind the Rams. And they beat them head-to-head. So I don't know how that goes with conference record or whatnot. Conference... Niners are 5-4, Rams are 5-3, so who knows? They could really easily. So we're gonna throw the Rams in there. Between Rams, Niners, Vikings. Oh wow! I mean, after the Vikings, it goes Falcons, Saints, Eagles, Panthers. Washington.
Feel like the NFC is pretty set, except
that 7 seed, who is just gonna get destroyed by either the Packers or Cardinals.
Because I think if any team is going to come up from those bottom rankings, not the Falcons or the Saints, could be the Eagles. And that's if they win games and kind of impress, and they'd have to really.
Well, we've liked them the last few weeks, and then they go to New York and put up an absolute dud, and Jalen looks just
has
his worst game of the year. by far.
That's why I think it's pretty set. And if a team does come up and start winning, I think it could be the Eagles.
Yeah, I think the more interesting thing out of that NFC playoff picture is more so, I think in the AFC, Bengals, Bills, of course, any of those teams could upset. I mean, I kind of think we're going to feel like I'd be shocked if the Bengals and Bills weren't both favored over the Titans in Tennessee in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Unless they have Derrick Henry back, which they might and most likely will to some degree. In the NFC, I can really see the Rams, the Niners, and even the Vikings, at least making it a one-score game, since that's what they do every week. I can really see the Rams or Niners knocking off a Packers, a Bucks, a Cowboys. In the AFC, I don't really see it so much. It's more so, I think, going to be entertaining for those last, because if you're just talking about depth, I mean, we still probably would say the top 4 or 5 in the NFC probably better. I don't know. Actually.
The top 4 or 5. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I like
the 2 favorites have to be in the NFC. Bucks, Packers. I think if you're gonna pick out of everyone, 2 teams, it's just so hard to pick a rookie quarterback. Favorite. Yeah. And no, the Ravens. No, they got to start playing better than they've played the last few weeks.
I definitely agree with you there. They're not. It's so weird.
And we're saying the 2 favorites aren't even the 1 seed out of the NFC. So I guess Ravens would kind of feel like Cardinals. We get the same kind of vibes.
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. It's just something about that team that I just don't see.
To me, it's a Lamar thing. And it's not that against Lamar or whatever, but like we see in the playoffs, it goes differently and it gets played differently and it's January. It's harder. Same how we're waiting to see Kyler Murray actually make it to January and then stay healthy through January. That's kind of the same deal. Where it's more so I can love them now, but I just have to get there and see it. Shall we make our way to week 13? Do we have a score update?
Oh, yeah. 9-9, 20 seconds in the second. So,
yeah.
One of those games.
2 good teams. Hawks are good.
Why do I feel like the Seahawks are going to win this game?
I think they're going to lose dramatically.
I think they're going to win. That's what my halftime prediction is, that they're going to win. I just see them.
By 2.5. That's what it is here live.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Thursday. Thursday.
Ooh.
The game's absolutely below this week, by the way. I don't know if you've looked at them yet. Are you looking at lines?
Not lines, just games.
Okay.
I don't want to guess lines for these.
Yeah, we're gonna have Mason guess again.
Woo!
We're gonna have Mason guess. He's good.
I'm learning.
You're learning. That's a word. Learning is a word.
Yeah. I'm fucking learning. I'm trying.
Okay. I'll set the scene for each game, and then you'll give me what it is.
Okay.
What you think it is. The Dallas Cowboys make their way to New Orleans to play Taysom Hill, it looks like, and the Saints.
7-point favorites.
5.5. Still, that's pretty hefty on the road. We're going to lose. We're going to lose.
Dude.
We're going to lose.
We got to talk about Taysom now.
That's why.
You think Taysom's going to dismantle you guys? Fuck.
Oh, yeah. He's going to run all over us. He's going to make throws that make me get so mad because he's not good.
He's not going to make throws.
He will make throws.
He'll make short. He'll make. Okay, yeah, he'll make throws. He won't make.
It looks like Kamara's going to be back.
I'd rather have Alvin Kamara making throws.
I'm telling you, dude. I've seen this before, and I've seen this type of shit before. Yeah, okay. And it's a short week. Now the Cowboys have 3 days to prepare for it because I'm sure they've... Well, I don't know. It wasn't even really until today or yesterday that they announced he's going to be getting first team reps. And then today it looks like he's going to be actually starting. Man, it's going to be a kitchen sink. Their season is on the line. We've got 4 assistants out with COVID. Still, I guess we're getting Amari and CD back, and it looks like D-Law to Marcus Lawrence is going to be making his debut.
That's going to help.
That's going to be huge.
It's going to be
nice. I'm telling you, we don't have to say anything else. Just wait till we open next week's episode because it's going to be I might do something Thursday night.
You might need some Philhitos.
Yeah. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need them on Thursday. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's kick off Sunday with a divisional battle in the NFC North. The Minnesota Vikings coming off of their devastating loss in San Francisco get to play the winless Detroit Lions.
I want to say 7. I was going to say maybe like 10 or something because I don't really know, but...
Final answer, 7?
Sure.
It is 7. On
Woo!
the nose. On the nose. On the nose. That's good. I mean, last time they played, it was close. That was the one game Detroit almost won. That Clark almost won like a $500 parlay. Give me the Lions and the points. Give me the points.
You like underdogs with the points.
Especially if you're giving me more than a touchdown, it's got to be obvious. And if there's one thing we know about the Vikings, they enjoy one-score games. It's been 10 out of 11 times this year. Do they come off that game just deflated? I mean, the Lions got to win one eventually, don't they?
Do they?
I don't know.
Do they go 0-16-1?
God.
Come
I like
on,
Dan
dude.
Campbell, too.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
him. He's a good dude.
He's a good guy.
Does he know football?
We'll
Doesn't seem like it, but he's a good dude. I feel like I would run through a wall for him.
Oh, if you were a player, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you take the points with the team that isn't favored, is that just that it's gonna be less than a touchdown?
It means the Lions are gonna win or lose by up to 7.
Okay.
So you're taking the Vikings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Colts of Indianapolis coming off that game against the Buccaneers, going to Houston to take on the Houston Texans.
10-point favorites.
8.5.
Okay, that's
Pretty good though. It's pretty close.
That's weird. Like I'm never gonna guess 8.5. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's their. Ooh, that's a good tease. 8.5 is a great tease number because a tease is 6 points. So if you have a 8.5 point favorite, that means you can get it down to 2.5. If you can get it. Under,
Yeah.
If you can get it under 3, then that's fantastic. Arizona Cardinals coming off a bye. Looks like Kyler Murray is back. I think D-Hop is going to be back.
Yeah, I think they're both back.
Are in Chicago to take on the Bears, who have no playoff hopes.
I don't know. 10? No. Like between 7 and 10. Like it's gonna be one of those weird numbers. I think. Let's say 7.
7.5.
Okay.
So that's again hideous if you're wanting to bet straight up because you got to get to 8, which is just a weird number. The numbers are getting all thrown off the last year or two because so many teams are going for 2, and now there's so many missed extra points and missed field goals and whatnot. But 7.5. Oh, I guess we didn't say 8.5. Do you like Indy? Yeah, for sure. Kills them.
Wins.
Arizona by 7.5. I'll take the points. I'll take 7.5 with the Bears.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take first game back. Kyler, first time playing in a month. Hasn't practiced probably like a month.
I see your line of thought.
Bears an extra 10 days. 10 days rest.
I watch a lot of Bears games though.
Why are you watching a lot of Bears games?
My roommate.
Oh, right. How's he feeling?
Not great.
Not great. Philadelphia is looking to rebound off that Giants game by coming back to New York to the same stadium, playing a different team, the New York Jets.
I feel like that's like a weird 4.5. You know, give me 4.5.
4.5. No, 6.5. Not bad though. 6.5.
Right train of thought. I'm taking the Eagles. I don't know.
I'll take the Eagles too.
The Jets defense is kind of good sometimes, in the red zone, and they have spurts where they're really good. They could be good. I think Salah's good for them too, like a little defensive coach. They've had decent moments of defense,
their offense is much more of a mess than their defense. Yeah. So I'll take the Eagles too.
Yeah.
The Eagles need that. That's like a season on the line game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 28-3 part 2, are in Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Falcons coming off a win, still in the playoff picture.
7.5 point favorites.
It is 10. 10.5.
10?
Sorry, 10.5.
10.5.
I'll take Atlanta and the points.
Yeah.
Last game was, I don't think it ended very close, but they were winning and then it was close until they scored somehow. Bucs scored 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter or something weird. But Atlanta, they kind of moved the ball a bit. They've played better, at least better than the first month of the season. The first month of the season looked like an absolute just disaster.
No one really sees them going to the playoffs, but they're not contending for a top pick right now. Where are you? Where are you in Matt Ryan's career? Is this Matt Ryan's last year? Is he done?
What's it called when you're in the upside down? Is that what it is in Stranger Things? The upside down?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like that's where the Falcons are with this whole Matt Ryan situation. They're not going to be, unless they have the perfect team around him, good with Matt Ryan because he's so limited, especially mobility-wise. So I think they really need to get some energy into the quarterback room, get younger. That'll be nice to get younger with Pitts, with Ridley, maybe draft a running back. Obviously, you got to adjust the O-line. That's still a problem for them. But I don't know. And I don't know how to feel about Arthur Smith either. I came into this season high on the Falcons. I think I took the over in their over-under because I thought they were going to be able to run the ball with Arthur Smith and Mike Davis. I thought Mike Davis would be frisky. I thought Pitts would immediately be like a top 5 tight end and that Matt Ryan would be able to at least manage and then win games. It has not looked like that, but I don't know how much of that is Matt Ryan. The Los Angeles Chargers. Oh, let's save that one. I want a nice take from you on that one. Let's go. Where else do we want to go? Man, dude, these are bad.
Giants, Dolphins.
Giants are in Miami. Miami, 4 in a row again.
4 in a row playing the Giants, who fired their offensive coordinator.
And did not look much better.
No.
Because their new one interim is Freddie Kitchens.
3-point favorites out of the Dolphins? Because they're not
3-point favorites.
Because they're not great.
This was more fun when you said like 12. Yeah, Dolphins -3, and I'll take it with ease.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
They've been
Giants
playing better. Their defense, Xavier Howard's getting picks again. They're sacking quarterbacks. Flores looks like guys are enjoying playing for him again. Like even Tua's looked okay.
Looks about as good as Tua could look.
Yeah. Jacksonville. Jacksonville's in Los Angeles to play the Rams.
10-point favorites.
13.
13. Okay.
Can the Rams be 13-point favorites over anybody right now?
I would say the Jags. That's probably fine.
Think so?
Yeah, they don't have a good... I mean, it's not like their defense is going to... I think the Rams' biggest holdup is going to be themselves. I think they're in their own way. You know, I don't think the Jags' defense is going to come in and like stifle them, but I think that the Rams can look good this game. People are like, oh, look at, they're great again.
Give me the points. Give me Jags and the points.
I've heard it once. I've heard it 1,000 times.
I know, I swear. I'm going to have to go back and look at how many times I've picked the Jags against the spread, even though they're probably 2-9 against the spread as well.
If I had a nickel for every time,
you'd have probably like 40 cents. The Broncos are in Kansas City Sunday night. Sunday night.
The Chiefs are like...
coming off a bye.
They're coming off a bye, yeah. You'll
get to see the stat that Andy Reid is 14-2 off a bye or something like that.
I want to say 7-point favorites. But I suspect... Tell me what it is, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
That's not how this works.
Yeah, well, you're going to tell me, and I'm wrong. I'm going to say 7, but...
9.5.
I was going to go lower. I don't really know why, but those divisional games, dude, you just really never know. And the Broncos coming off a win.
It's a Sunday night game.
It's a Sunday night game.
Prime time.
This is the time when they would keep it close. And
oh, really? I thought you'd say this is the time when the Chiefs just look A-okay and they get all of us
these
on
AFC
board.
West games can just get weird sometimes, and why not? That Patrick Mahomes struggles this game, you know.
Yeah,
but I was wrong.
All right, how do you feel about your boys going into Cincinnati?
Can't be good. I don't feel good at all, dude.
Can't be good.
Come on.
Can't be good.
Hubbard, whatever is it? Chris Hubbard?
Oh, I thought you were...
No.
I thought you were talking about Herbert. I was about to be like, oh my god, did you just have a stroke?
No, it's like Chris Hubbard or something.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna fucking kill Storm Norton.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's done. Justin Herbert's gonna be running for his life again, and the Bengals are gonna eat off that. I don't know. We could get back on track because week to week it's like, oh whoa, they're good. Oh well, they're bad.
Sam Hubbard.
This is a good. Oh, Sam Hubbard. Okay. This is a good team though. Who's stopping Jamar Chase? Who's stopping Boyd?
Who's stopping Mixon?
Who's stopping Mixon?
Mixon has been on a tear.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. I'm assuming that the Bengals
are just gonna have to score points.
3-point favorites, or maybe 5.5.
Final answer.
5.5.
Oh, you should have stuck with 3.
Oh man.
Yeah, 3.
That's where when I saw the game, I was like, that's like
that's an interesting line. The Chargers have not played well at all.
But we can score.
But you can score. But you guys didn't score this week, and you were also on the road.
And
and you're now going to Cincy.
Playing a good defense too.
Playing a good defense. So that's what tells this line. I feel like should have been more. Should have been more than 3, because this is telling me on a neutral field they think you guys are an evenly team.
I don't think
so. Usually when there's that weird line, it's because Vegas knows something we don't. Either a matchup we don't like or something weird. I don't know. That's a weird line. Why would they only be 3-point favorites?
Want to know what matchup I don't like? Their entire receiving room versus our secondary. I don't like any of it.
Yeah.
If Asante comes back, I feel better.
And you know what's not good? A not very good secondary who's on the same defense as the worst run defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of see them putting up however much they want.
Yeah, we might not be recording next week. We're going to see.
Give me the Chargers and the money line.
Yeah.
To win.
Okay.
I'm going with Vegas because that makes no sense. That makes no sense. I'm at least going to bet the 3 points. I'm going to.
Well,
done. No? You don't like it?
I don't like anything, man. I don't really like anything.
All right, let's end it with a nice discussion on the game of the week. Not even close. Maybe game of the year. Oh, I missed Niners Hawks.
And Raiders Washington?
Oh, I don't have that even on here. Yeah. Washington in Vegas. That'll be Vegas by a field goal. Yeah, field goal. And I'll take Vegas.
Yeah, I guess.
Niners in Seattle. Ooh.
Niners in Seattle. You know where we want to go.
I mean, obviously.
I'm
curious what they don't have a lineup yet. I'll take the Niners, whatever it is, though. They'll probably be, well, if the Hawks were a 1-point favorite in Washington, then they gotta be. Fuck, dude. When was the last time the Seahawks were not favorites at home? Are they maybe pick them? Maybe even?
It's probably pretty even.
I mean, I'll take the Niners to absolutely roll. Give me Niners by 100, but
yeah. Okay.
Okay, now to the gold wash of the week. The battle for the AFC East and potentially a 1 seed if the Ravens and Steelers. Oh, we didn't hit Ravens Steelers because that's not on here either. God, we're all over the place. In Pittsburgh.
Ravens by like 5 and 4.5.
3.5.
3.5. I was gonna say flat 3, and I was like, well,
would not be shocked at all if the Steelers win. They look like absolute. I mean, horse shit is almost not even disrespectful enough to say what they looked like yesterday. That was just got to be one of the worst showings you've seen from a Pittsburgh Steelers team in a very long time.
Yeah,
bounce back games are very common, especially after an embarrassing one, especially a divisional game. These AFC North games, just like your AFC West games, just like your NFC North games, just like your NFC East games, are all pretty close a lot of the time, as well as an upset at any given moment. So I'll take the Steelers too.
Yeah.
Now, New England in Buffalo, possibly for the 1 seed, at least for the AFC East, and what would have to be, you think, a momentum-changing game for both of them on Monday night in Buffalo.
It seems like it should be pretty even, you know? I don't want to take Buffalo by 3, you know? But New England coming into Buffalo and still being 3 point... Fuck it, let's do that. New England 3.
New England by 3?
Yeah.
Buffalo by 3.
See?
Yeah.
But I don't want to say that, you know? I want to have
Sounds
this
like you want to bet on the Patriots.
I want to bet on the Patriots. This recency bias has got me, dude. It's got me by the fucking throat.
I will take... I can't not pick New England. I'll take New England.
Right? Yeah.
I'll take them the 3 points, and I'll take them to win outright.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we feel about a... Okay. I'm just going to go through, and I want us to build a parlay that we both really like, and then we're going to fake bet it, and let's get rolling. Let's put our money where our mouth is. Cowboys, Saints. Do we like that at all?
No. I don't really want to touch that.
No,
I don't want to touch a Taysom game.
No, and we're staying away from Vikings games. I don't want to get near the Cardinals game. Colts, Texans, no. It'd be nice to tease that down, but that's a different conversation.
I think
What lines do we like? Do we like the Eagles by 6.5?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's put them in there for now. I've already got the Chargers plus 3 in there. And I've got the I've got the Steelers money line. We got to remember, for one of the first times ever, underdogs are winning outright at like a almost 60% clip this year. It's like a 57% clip. That's absolutely unheard of. So if you don't have a couple underdogs in your parlay, then you're doing it wrong. Giants over Dolphins. No.
Dolphins defense is just a little too good for that Giants offense, I'd say.
Yeah.
Struggling.
A little too way good, maybe. I guess after that, then there's not really too much to throw since we're not able to bet. I feel like we want to put the Niners in there because it's going to at least be a small line to where if we pick them, if not, they're an underdog. I kind of like this one. Chargers, Steelers, Patriots, Eagles by a touchdown.
I think that's, yeah.
You want to guess what $10 would pay out? 4 teams, 2 underdogs, 2 favorites.
Fuck, I hate this. This is what I hate now. 250.
205.
Okay.
205.
Okay.
20.5 to 1. That's a pretty good wager. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, dude. God, man.
What a week.
I'm not looking forward to Thursday at all. I'm telling you, dude. Taysom is gonna, and we have Dan Quinn running the show.
I don't know. I don't know if I would like that, dude. That's not very good, man.
I'm not feeling good. We're going to lose to Taysom Hill. All right. No, we're done. We're losing to Taysom Hill. Good to see you guys later. No, actually, if we lose to Taysom Hill, we're not recording next week.
Yeah.
Enough said. So you guys will know on Thursday if it will be an episode next week. All right. See you guys. Peace. Bye. If we lose to Taysom Hill, that was going to be too far.
What were we going to say? You can always say it and cut it out.
True. Let's just say will look like a fucking walk in the park, dude. It'll look like a walk in the fucking park. That's it. That's all.